Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly update you on the top of my dresser because I just switched it out because I hadn't really switched it up from Christmas. Like I still had the Christmas florals up there. So I've done that. I've dusted and cleaned and everything. It is a little bit crowded at the moment simply because I need to figure out a situation, but this will do at the moment. So a new addition on my thing is this right here. This is a candle warmer, and you just sit your candle in here and then you turn the light on and it hang on, let me turn it on. There we go. And then it warms your candles and it melts your candles for you. So I actually got that for my birthday from Nate, my fiance. I love it. So this is staying in the bedroom. And then I'm going to turn that off. I put these really pretty pink florals up here and I changed out the artwork in the frame. Sorry about the glare, I can't do much about that. The light's on because it's dark. But I switched that out because I still had the Christmas one in. And then over here I have these Greyhound bookends and I have my knitting books in here, which I think I'm going to have to take off here and put somewhere else because I'm getting quite a lot of knitting books and I don't have a lot of space up here and it's taking up a lot of room. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take, not yet, but I'm going to take these off and put those in the office somewhere. Nate wants his bookends back because those are his. He's going to put them in his office. And then I think what I'm going to do is move this over here, then put the flowers over here as well next to the frame, and then that can stay where it is. And then I also currently have, this is my Halloween warmer. I'm using that at the moment just simply because I don't have a warmer to go in here. I've got obviously the candle warmer, but I don't have a wax melt warmer in here. So I've just plugged in the Halloween one, the little jack-o'-lantern one for now, because I need to figure out a warmer for this area, but also we're going into fall in like a week and a half, so that technically could work for fall because like I do have his little face turned around so you can't see his face. But I think it looks all right. It's like, yeah, and then I still have the Christmas lights around the dresser. I decided I'm gonna leave those there because I think they're cute. So yeah, so that's what I've done so far, you guys. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it, but for now, this is just how it's going. It works. So yeah, but I just wanted to quickly show you that. Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick reading update. Now, yes, I still do have Christmas sheets on my bed. And that is because this is a queen bed. We used to have a king, and all of the sheets we had were starting to wear out, and some of them would no longer fit this one anyway. So I threw them all out just before Christmas, and I haven't put any new ones yet to replace them. So I currently only have my Christmas sheets at the moment. So I need to buy new ones, but I don't want to just buy any old sheet. I want to buy a good quality that'll last a long time. So at the moment I've got my Christmas ones on still because I'm in the search to find ones that I really like, especially because it's so hot here. So I kind of need two lots. I need one for winter and one for summer. So we'll see. But that's why I've got my Christmas sheet still on. But anyway, back to the reading update. I never ended up starting Barbarian Alien. I started Twilight because I am doing a reread of Twilight. And I've gotten up to, I haven't started chapter 8 yet, so that's 132, and I have been annotating as I go. So that's what I've been focusing on, and I'm just trying to think. I'm up to the part where Bella is about to go prom dress shopping with Jessica and Angela. I haven't quite got that far yet, but that's where I'm up to. I'm about to start that chapter, and I'm enjoying my reread of this so far. like I said, if you don't like this book, that's totally cool. I do like this book. I like the series. It does not bother me that other people don't like it, but I do. And I'm enjoying myself. I am actually really enjoying reading this, but I'm also really enjoying annotating because I've only ever annotated one other book, and that book was I think it was called something along the lines of, I'm trying to think. Something about being a manuscript for survival of Chernobyl or something like that. It was about the Chernobyl disaster and all of like the stories that happened, stories from people, um, and all that sort of stuff. And I annotated that, and that was the first and only book I've ever annotated before. And then I did see Katie is reading off of YouTube annotate her copy of Twilight, and then that made me want to do the same. I was like, oh my god, I need to do that. So I am doing that, and I'm enjoying it. I'm going to continue doing that. It is Sunday afternoon. I did have to work today. I got home at uh quarter past, no, 5 past, sorry, 5 past 3 this afternoon. And I've done a few things. I've done dishes, I've done rubbish, I've done organizing of my chest of like drawers, like the tabletop on it. I've done the things. And then my fiance will be home in probably about 5 minutes from work because he works 10-hour shifts on Sundays. So he'll be home soon. But I honestly did not read any other books this weekend. I had plans of reading this one, Barbarian Alien, which is the second book in Ice Planet Barbarians. And I had plans of also continuing reading Titan by, I think it's Gillian Graves. And I didn't start Barbarian Alien because I was just so focused on this, but I'm still continuing on with Titan. I just haven't got that far into it to do like an update. But yeah, so enjoying this. I am happy, like I'm reading this because I have not read this in years, you guys. Like just have not read it in years. So really excited for that. And then I was watching, oh, I can't think of her name. I think it might, is it Miriam? I'm so sorry. I'm terrible with names. I do suffer from memory loss, and names are one of those things that I just cannot remember. Is it Miriam or Miriam on YouTube? She does live in Australia, in Victoria. She did a romance reading vlog and she read X's and O's. I think it's called, I don't know the author though, but I'm really intrigued by that because that one sounded so good. So I think tomorrow after work, I'm gonna try and see if I could possibly find that one, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so that's what I just wanted to quickly update you on my reading. I'm going to continue doing this. And I might read some of the Titan book I'm reading as well tonight when I go to bed because it's on Kindle Unlimited. My Kindle is flat at the moment and I can't charge it because I've misplaced the damn charger. So I'm just reading it on the Kindle app on my phone at the moment. So I normally read when I go to bed on my phone, and then during the daytime or when I'm still awake, I read like physical books, or I listen to audio. But yeah, so anyway, that's kind of my little reading update for the weekend, and I will chat to you guys later. Bye. So it is my fiance's birthday on Tuesday next week, and he has always wanted one of these writing bureaus. And there is an antique store near my house that's like local, and they had this for sale. So we got it for Nate for his birthday. It is absolutely beautiful. It is 93 years old. Absolutely beautiful piece of furniture. and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So it still has the original key. Now the key is a little bit tricky to use, but this is what it looks like on the inside. So it's got like the drop down. Sorry, my camera doesn't want to focus. It's got like the little drop down part, and then that's the inside of it. Obviously all the stuff that's inside didn't come with the desk. We already had that, but this is Nate's writing desk. And so in here he just has, he set it up yesterday. He has his notebooks, and he has the book he's currently reading in there, which is Chasing Chopin. And then he has all of his inks in there. There's a lot you can see in the background there. There is more behind. These ones here go 3 deep. This one's 2 deep, 2 deep. You've got this one, some samples in the background, and then there's ones down there. So he's got these, which are all, oops, all diamine. And then he has, what's this one? I'm trying to think. It's all diamine. I can't remember what brand this one was. Sorry. I honestly cannot remember the brand. I think this one's Van Diemen, or I don't know how to pronounce it, whether it's Van Diemen or Van Diemen. But there's that. And then these ones are all Mont Blanc. And then this one is Pelican, the Edelston one. And then he just has like the boxes that his fountain pens come in, a microfiber cloth to clean them. He has this. So this is sorry my camera doesn't want to focus because it's so dark. It's rainy today. So this is actually a piece of fabric from clothing that was worn by Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys in concert. I don't know how well. Let me see if it'll. There we go. Yeah, so he's got that as well in there. So that's, let me just stand that back up. So that's what it looks like in there. And off the top, he just has his pen case with his fountain pens in them. I got him this case for Christmas. And then he has, so let's see. This one's a parka, this one's a parka, this one's a parka. This one is Sailor. This one is manuscript. It's just one of those cheap beginner ones. This one is a Twisby. And then he also does have Mont Blanc, which I think might be upstairs in the office. Possibly, but those, that's his like setup on his writing desk, and I love it so much. It is so pretty. And this is what I mean, you gotta be careful with the key. The key just fell out. But it is so pretty, you guys. I love it. It's gorgeous. And underneath is just a cupboard. It's empty at the moment. And I'm getting used to working the locks because the locks are like I said, they're nearly 100 years old, so they are they can be difficult to open and like unlock and lock back up. But I just wanted to show you that because I love it so much. I love antique furniture. This is technically not antique though because it's under 100 years old. It's 93 years old, so it's still technically classified as vintage, but I'm calling it antique because it looks antique. But it's so beautiful and I love it so much. So I'm so glad that we found one that he really liked, because some of them were nice but just not like what he wanted. configuration wise, because this one has two, like the cupboard underneath it has shelving, whereas a lot of the other ones he saw were drawers, which were quite shallow, so you wouldn't be able to store anything in, because he wants to put like his books underneath there. So yeah, but I just wanted to show you because it's so pretty and I love it so much. Anyway guys, I've got a few things to do. It's like 8:30 in the morning, and I will update you a little bit later. Bye. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you my update on my cross stitch. I finished the one that I was working on, and this is what it looks like. Oh, I love it so much. Look how pretty that came out. So this one is the Stegosaurus one, and it is just beautiful. I love how this looks. And I did it on black even weave fabric, and I think the color really pops on this fabric. I really do. I think it looks so beautiful. And then now that I've finished this one, I've started a second one, and I'm doing this one here. This is the Tyrannosaurus one, but I'm doing it smaller because it is hard to tell, but these tiny little squares, when I did the Stegosaurus one, to do one cross stitch, I actually used 4 squares. You can kind of see right there in my nail, there's 4 squares. That equals up one of those. But with the Tyrannosaurus one, I'm using 1 square to make up a cross stitch. So it is on a much, much smaller scale. And you can see how teeny tiny it is. I'm not the best at cross stitching, as you can see, like it's a bit cattywampus there, but it's okay. But that's what I've done so far. It's a little bit more time consuming to do it on such a small scale, but I think it's going to turn out brilliantly. But I'm really excited for that, and that is my cross stitching update. But I wanted to show you guys something. So Nate, my fiance, took me to Kmart tonight because I had $30 to spend in vouchers, and I picked up this new puzzle because I love puzzles, and I love these cottage style ones. And how cute is this? So this one is 1,000 pieces, which I love a good 1,000-piece puzzle. It's called the Mountain Cottage. It's from the Imagination series, but look how cute this is. It's got like all these animals in it, and it's like the lakeside, you've got the cottage, the mountains. This is literally a dream. I would live like this. And it does have other ones in the series. So this is the one I've got. This is a mountain cottage. It also has the lake cottage, the rainbow cottage as well in this series. But I got this, and this was $9 from Kmart, you guys. Like, these sorts of puzzles are normally way more expensive, but $9, I snatched that up. So I got that, and then I got 2 books. So the first book I got is Falls Boys by Penelope Douglas. I have been eyeing this book off for a while now from Kmart. It was only $12, super cheap, considering the price of books in Australia have actually increased drastically. For me to buy this book anywhere else, it can cost me $20 for a paperback, and I refuse to spend that much money on a paperback. Unless it's something like I absolutely necessarily like have to have that's like special, but like for something like this, no. So I've been wanting this one for a while. I don't entirely know about like what this is about. I believe we've got Aro, which is a female main character, and Hawk, which is the main male character. I believe Aro is kind of like a girl from the wrong side of the tracks, and then I believe Hawk is like super rich, goody goody type of, well, he has this image of being a goody goody, but I don't think he actually is. Obviously there's some sort of a romance happens because that's what Penelope Douglas writes. I'm gonna say it's gonna be like a dark romance, and there's lots of sex in this because Penelope Douglas books always have a lot of sex in them. So really intrigued to read this. And then, you guys, I picked up this book, Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Match by Sally Thorne. First off, I had no idea that the author is Australian. No idea. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not normally like a big fan of Australian authors. And I don't mean that in like any disrespectful way, but I've read a few Australian authors and I've never liked any of their books. But I did read an Australian author the other day, Sam Hall, and I read her Awkward series, Awkward, like, and as in like an orc, like, you know, the creature orc, ORC, is it? Forward slash, not forward slash, sorry, dash, like, ward encounters book. And then I read her Grab the Bull by the Horns book as well, which were like, you know, super sexy, like romances as well, and they were really good. And I was like, oh my god, I actually like an Australian author for once, because normally I do not. But I've been wanting to read this book for a while now. I've been seeing it all over YouTube, but again, it's a paperback, and I've refused to spend nearly $30 for a paperback, for crying out loud. Ever since COVID hit, in Australia, books have gotten absolutely ridiculously priced. Like, for instance, a normal paperback could run you between sort of 12 to about $16. Now, paperbacks are like, if you don't go to Kmart, that is, and even Kmart prices have gone up a little bit, but if you don't go to Kmart and you go to, like, say, a bookstore, the paperbacks now, instead of being between 12 and 16, are now more like between like 18 to 35, which is just no. So I've never bought this book because I refuse to pay nearly $30 for a paperback. And I went in there tonight. I had every intention of buying books, but I just didn't know what books that I would buy, simply because even though I did check the website to see what they had in stock, you can never trust that, because there was a few books that said they had stock of, but they definitely did not. So when it comes to books and I'm buying from Kmart, I just like go in with a plan of, yes, I'm going to buy books, but it's just whatever they have available type of thing. But I did not see this one on the website. And then tonight, when I was kind of looking for the other books that they said they had but didn't, I come across this book, and then they had a tag on there saying clearance $8. That's right, guys, you heard me, $8. So I snatched this up. So super excited to read this. So the only thing is I hate this. Why do book publishers do this? Do not put these things on the covers that don't come off, because they are so ugly. And the thing is that makes me laugh about this is, right, so now obviously we're in like 2023, right? So a lot of these book publishers know that readers use social media and make booktube videos and all of that sort of stuff. I can guarantee you these publishers have heard us readers say like a gazillion times, stop putting these stupid frigging stickers that don't come off, that are like printed on the covers, on the damn covers. Like, if you want to put this on there, put it on the back when nobody cares. Why ruin a perfectly beautiful cover with crap like that? Like, infuriating. And like, it's like, you know, book publishers know this because they would have heard us or seen us mention this in videos or in person or reviews online or whatever, but they still insist on doing this crap. It just infuriates me. Again, that's another reason why I hate spending nearly $30 for a damn paperback, because I think this ruins it. But enough of my little rant. This one is about Angelica. Angelica is Victor. Is it Victor? Victor Frankenstein? Hang on, let me think. I'm having a total blank here. Yes, Victor Frankenstein's sister, and she is helping him with his experiments of building a man, I guess you could say. And she decides to build herself the perfect man because I'm not entirely sure how old Angelica is in this book, but in this particular era, women or even girls really were often considered like spinsters in their 20s if they weren't married. And I have a feeling like she might be in her 20s in this book. I could be like entirely wrong with that, but I have this feeling that's what it is. So she decides to, I guess, follow in her brother's footsteps and create herself a man, which I think this is going to be really cute. And I decided that I don't know why, but I've just really gotten into annotating books. I've only ever annotated one book, which was a Chernobyl book, all about like, uh the like Chernobyl accident and then the repercussions of what happened afterwards and how Russia and surrounding areas handled it and the consequences of a like nuclear incident happening. And so I annotated that book, and that was the only book I've ever annotated. And then I started rereading Twilight last week, and I started annotating that because Katie is reading here on YouTube. YouTube, she did a video where she annotated her Twilight. And I was like, I need to do that. So I'm in the process of annotating Twilight, which is like the second book I've ever annotated, and now I'm just like obsessed. I will never annotate though in like a beautiful edition. I'm okay with annotating. I never used to be okay with annotating because I thought the whole idea of writing in a book was just blasphemy, but I'm okay with it now. So I'm okay with annotating in paperbacks like this, just not like limited edition or beautiful editions of books. But these ones I'm totally fine with. So I really think that. Oh, excuse me, it's so yawning. It's like 10 o'clock at night, you guys. I really think that I want to, yeah, annotate these two because also, like, I've read Twilight multiple times before, so I'm annotating a book that I already have read and I already know, whereas these two books are new, so it's going to be like a new experience for me annotating these as I read. So, really excited for that. I don't know when I will start reading those. We shall see because I'm currently reading Twilight, um, Titan by Gillian Graves, which is on my Kindle, which is a gargoyle romance. And I'm reading Luscious by, I think it's Melissa Schroeder. Um, that is the second book in the Cupcakes and Camo trilogy, which is I'm listening to on Scribed at the moment. So I've got 3 books on the go. I do want to start these, but I have other books that I want to start before these. So I'm going to try and be good and not start these like now unless I finish some of my other books that I want because I still also need to read Barbarian Alien, which I want to start. There is a book called Autumn Rain, which is a historical romance that I want to also start. And there is another historical romance as well. I can't think of what it's called right now, but I want to start that as well. So, like, we'll see. But I am also, like, very much a mood reader. So, we'll see what my mood says. But yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to quickly show you that.
And so all up, it comes to $29 for the two books and the puzzle, which really is a bargain. And I didn't have to pay for any of it because if you're not from Australia, um, there is like some of our local supermarkets have like rewards cards. And so Kmart is, they have flybys. So flybys can be used at Kmart, Target, Catch of the Day website, Coles Supermarket. It's where or it originated with Coles Supermarket. And so basically, for every dollar you spend, you get, I don't know how many points. And then once you get a certain amount of points, you can redeem those points for dollars off of what you're purchasing. And I had $30. And I rarely shop at Coles because Woolworths has a better, personally, in my opinion, rewards. So I do my weekly shopping at Woolworths, which is where I gain most of my rewards points. But I have my Coles Flybys points as well. And so I was like, you know what? I really want to buy something, but I can't right now. Like, money is tight with all my bills and stuff, and just the cost of living going up is getting crazy insane. Like, my groceries have increased like ridiculous amounts of money because food is so much more expensive. And it's just a whole thing. And I was like, I really want to buy something. I was just in the mood to buy a book, but I was like, no, nope, you did not budget for that. But then I was like, hold on a second, you have $30 worth of rewards points you can use. Redeem the points for the money. So I did. I redeemed the $30. I went into Kmart, and then when I took these to the register, all I had to do was scan my rewards card and then use my rewards card like an F plus card and just swipe it, and it paid for it. So I literally paid nothing for these books and the puzzles. So you know, I love a good deal. So yeah, so anyway, I'm just rambling now. I'm gonna catch you guys later because even though it's like 10 o'clock at night, I need to finalize my groceries because I get my groceries delivered to my house. And if I don't finalize that, all the delivery spots are gonna disappear and it's gonna be later in the week before I can get my groceries. So I'm gonna go and sort that out because, like, I always do my grocery orders on a Wednesday night because I get paid on a Wednesday night. But the only problem is if I do it on a Wednesday, I can't have my groceries delivered until Friday. So if there's any spots left, so we'll see. That's what I'm gonna go do. And then I'm gonna do some stuff on the computer for a little bit, and then yes, so that's kind of everything I really wanted to tell you. So I will catch you guys up tomorrow. Bye.
Hey guys, I wanted to show you, I bought some new plants. I got these beautiful flowers here. These are gazinias. Look how pretty they are. These ones are still closed up from nighttime, but they are so pretty. I love the colors. So you've got like these white ones, but then you've got like these little yellow ones as well, and they're really like heat like hardy because we had a severe heat wave which killed like my most precious plant, which I'm so sad about, which is over here. He doesn't look like a plant, he just looks like a stick now. That was my Wallamai pine tree, and we had such a severe heat wave and it just killed him. I'm so sad. And then I also bought this. This is called a trumpet pitcher. It is a carnivorous plant and it eats bugs. And I don't know if you can see, there is a giant spider right that is taken up house on, which is gonna have to move because that's not staying there. But look at this. This is so awesome. I love these plants. They are the best. So I got one of those as well. I just wanted to show you guys because I'm really excited for them. I am going to have to water him though because they need to be kept moist all the time. So yeah. But anyway guys, I just wanted to quickly show you that because I got new plants. I'm so excited.